So haven't you guys learned by now to stop giving so many of these YouTubers your hard-earned money? The entire world is filled with scammers, and yet it seems like so many people are so dense they can't realize when they're being bamboozled.
Finally using my food stamp card. Times is hard finally using my food stamp card. Times is hard finally using my food stamp card. And I got 3 of these. Shout out to Florida for the PEDT.
Like, she is a troll. Peach is a fucking troll, and yet people can't seem to realize that. You know, from telling her subscribers that they're all poor, that they're in the welfare mindset, to just flat out begging for money even though she supposedly makes 6 figures. Which, by the way, doesn't she owe a 6-figure hospital bill? Keep in mind, the hospitals are serious about their money. They will and they can garnish your paycheck if you don't get that solved in their financial department anytime soon. But hey, what do I know, right? And then another person I want to talk about is just Pearly Things. She outright stated that slavery was not all that bad. I mean, come on now. You know what? She's a big hypocrite. Probably the biggest hypocrite on the freaking Manosphere content. I mean, how are you going to tell women to be something that you are not? Like, you don't have a husband. You're not a virgin. You have your own career and you seem to be career driven. I mean, isn't it obvious that she's literally saying these things so you men will give her money? Like a lot of these so-called good women you like to portray and stuff, they are outright here just finessing you guys, saying all the stuff you want to hear so you will give them money. Like, they don't care about any of the stuff they're preaching about. Like, do you think she wants to find a husband and have 6, 7 kids and be a stay-at-home mom? Or do you think she wants to continue on this bullshit podcast and make all this money? And then another woman who lies constantly is Mary Jane Byarm. She lies about everything, from the color of her contacts to what job she has to everything. She's been taking people's money, and yet somehow people are still getting scammed when the proof is there. There's so many cases where these people reach out to her so they can go on a travel buddy, and like she's supposed to help them get the accommodations, all the activities and stuff like that. They pay her the money and then she ghosts them. Like, honestly, I'm surprised the chick isn't in jail. But obviously that's how she's making her money, is scamming her followers. And then this chick had the nerves to say that since she's never experienced racism traveling all these countries, that clearly it doesn't exist. Well, guess who got the shit slapped out of her in Italy? So just because something didn't happen to you, that means it didn't happen to anyone else? And another thing, you're traveling through countries. You're not an actual resident. You're not living like a local, as they say. You're not experiencing the day-to-day activities of the place you're living in. So you can't really even say you know a country if you don't spend at least 5 years living there, in my opinion. Countries all over the world, even in Africa, they would tolerate your ass because you're bringing those valued American dollars. But best believe if you immigrate there, start to take jobs from the locals, and they have to deal with you on a daily basis, oh, trust me, honey, you're gonna see some real racism. You know, it amazes me people act like Italy isn't racist when they literally allied with the fucking Nazis. And this is the same chick that suggests to people that they should take their honeymoon in Afghanistan. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say on that. And last and certainly least is our favorite girl, Amberlynn Reid. You know what? So many reaction channels have already talked about her and pretty much sum her behavior up, so I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on her, but she is not a nice person. And it's obvious to anyone who's watched her that she goes through this stupid cycle over and over again where she pretends to get better to lure more subscribers in, and then she slowly but surely backs out on every commitment she's ever made. Like, when are you going to realize people don't like you because you're overweight? They don't like you because of your personality. And even though it takes an expert to diagnose it, I'm pretty sure you are a narcissist. Like, you ran every single girlfriend you've ever had. Clearly the problem is you. Like, for once, can you actually commit to something and stick to it? And not those stupid goddamn Legos either. YouTube is being overrun by generally terrible people. And yet you still have people defending these fools for whatever reason. Even though they've told their audience that they're poor and broke. They've clearly trolled their audience, or they just clearly want their audience money, but yet the audience don't seem to give a damn.